Hi Lisa, this is Matthew. It's time for your angel message. If you're tuning in and watching this on YouTube, you can request in the description tag a message from your personal angel. It don't have to be a Christian to request one, but in the description box when you uh, order the message for your angel, you can get the name of your angel, a picture of your angel, and like a 5-minute message from your angel for $25 Australian. And Lisa has asked to get a monthly message off her angel, and over the last 12 months, I've grown really close to her angel Veronica. When I do an angel message, the angel turns up in my house and introduces themselves to me and gives the message to the person. And so I love meeting Veronica. She's a very beautiful angel. And truth be told, if she's human, I'd love her to be my wife. But that's what an angel sort of effect that have on you. So Veronica's really beautiful, and Lisa, I'm gonna bring forth a message today. Veronica wants to talk about timing, and for you people listening. Over the course of the last 12 months, Veronica's been bringing forth themes, and rather than just giving a message, she's been given Lisa a theme for her life. So your angel message, if you requested one, would be different. But Veronica is speaking in themes today. And for Lisa, she's going to talk about the theme of timing. Do you know, there's some inventions in the world that the world will need in 10 years. There's inventions that'll come out in the world that the world needs right now. There's certain inventions that come out in the world, Lisa, that come out this year, but they've been needed by the world for the last 5 years. And what would happen is that an angel, Holy Spirit, inspiration in a person's head would deliver them inspiration 5 years ago, and they'd wait with a person for them to get the idea and develop the idea and put it into the marketplace. Although there could be 5 people that they've given the message to, the person has sort of developed the idea, got it to a concept, and started to launch it to the marketplace for any other reason, like finances, lack of ability, lack of self-esteem, not the right doors opening, for all sorts of different reasons. A really good idea could be stopped from coming to the marketplace. So there's timing in God, but there's things that influence mankind that stops things from coming forth. So God's got his unique timing in your life, and he tells you to do things in his unique timing, but he may know that it's going to take you 3 years and multiple attempts to get that idea off the ground. So he gives it to you 3 years before he needs that idea, and he allows you to build it and stumble and build it and stumble and build it and stumble until he brings it forth. Now, if you build it and stumble and build it and stumble and build it and stumble, he's got the next person that he can give the idea to, and that person, if he doesn't stumble too many times, that person will bring it to the world. If the idea is needed definitely in 6 years, he'd start with the first person or two that might try and build it and stumble before he gives it to the last person. Is the last person any more qualified? No, the last person is the third person qualified. Of course, if he wanted to give it to an Apple engineer or a Facebook engineer or an Amazon engineer or any engineer in any of those services who are professional engineers and fantastic engineers that can build software, he'd give it to them first. But rather than giving it to the engineers that have got a lot of money and a lot of resources, he'd give the idea to someone who has got access to an engineer and access to money to make an engineer program it. And he tried first with the little guys and gives a little guy an idea. So what are we saying here? We're saying, Lisa, some things the Lord gives you are hard. And depending on your personality and your ability, it may be hard to bring it to the world. So I'm speaking particularly to you that if God has brought things to you that are too hard for you, it's not because they're too hard, it's just because you haven't got the ability right now to do it. So don't worry if you have concepts or ideas that you try and it doesn't work. Or don't worry that you want to do something and you just haven't been able to have the time to get it done. For instance, the book on the commands of Jesus is taking time and time and time and time. And for instance, you've thought about that, and if you wish you could just say, be done, it would be done, and everything is done. And from time to time, you've thought to yourself, when am I ever going to get this done? And that's just the subject I'm talking about. That's timing. When you have the time, Lisa, when you have the ability, when everything else is settled down and you've got the time to write the next chapter, when all the chapters are written and everything's done, then you'll be able to put it through the process of getting it published. But don't beat yourself up on the fact I haven't had the time. I haven't had the resources. I haven't had the leading. I haven't had the grace to write the next chapter. Don't get on yourself and say, when am I ever going to get this done? I'm going to quit on this. This is just taking too long. And there can be multiple things that the Lord has told you to do. And at the same time, not having the grace or the time, the ability to do each thing. So I want you to know that everything of the Lord, every desire of the Lord, everything he tells you to do has got its own unique timing. And it's got its own unique set of time. It's got its own unique time for it to come forth and be developed. So be very aware of that as you're doing things and you're processing things and you're working in your life, don't let the enemy get on your case and say, this should have been done by now. This should have been done. You're so lazy. You're so hopeless. And you don't know. You're just saying that to yourself, you know. I should have done this by now. When am I going to get the time? How stupid am I? This should be done by now. I should have done this by last week. Why is it taking so long? Why am I so stupid? I know the Lord needs this done. Why can't I get the time to get it done and the motivation and the grace to get it done? Talking about those thoughts, Lisa, talking about what is it that you haven't done yet? What is it that you're on your case about? What is it that you keep on getting reminded that you need to do? And I've got to get time to do it. I wish I had the time to do it. I wish I had the grace. I wish I had the organization. Why can some people get all sorts of things done? I can't get the most basic things done. I really want to do them. Why can't I get to it? And so I'm speaking to you about all those things from time to time as they come up, as you're thinking to yourself and you're beating yourself up and saying, I'm no good, and when am I going to be any good, and why can't I get things done, and why do other people get things done and I don't get them done? What's wrong with me? Why do I keep on getting distracted? Why is family taking so much time? Why am I getting distracted all the time? When I called to do something by the Lord, why can't I do it? You know, why am I so hopeless? Why can't I get things done? Why can't I do things like other people? All of those thoughts are lies. All of those thoughts are destructive. All of those thoughts don't take into account that the Lord has got his own time. The Lord understands when things are meant to come to the marketplace. The Lord understands when things are meant to be birthed. And it's not a problem for you because there's so many things that you need to do. And there's so many people and so many things that are pulling on your time and distracting you. Because there's issues of self-esteem. There's issues of, am I worthy? There's issues of, will the world accept me if I do something so big? There's all sorts of issues pulling on you and pulling the strings to make you make different decisions. So I want you to be sure, because you've been getting attacked recently over the subject, why can't I get things done? It's got nothing to do with your ability. It's got nothing to do with what the God thinks of you. It's got nothing to do with who you are. It's all got to do with timing, okay? God's got a time and a season for everything to come forth. And just understand, please understand, that God's got his timing. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not inferior. You're not any worse than anyone else. In fact, you're extraordinary. And I just needed to pop in this month and say, hey, Lisa, you're beautiful. Lisa, you're doing everything right. And I've been trying to tell you, and your mind's been dismissing it. And so now I tell you in the video, hey, this is the truth, Lisa. You're awesome. God bless.